When Westerners first arrived in Japan in the 16th century, most warlords wanted nothing to do with them. They were foreign, dangerous, and they carried a strange new religion. But Oda Nobunaga, the most dangerous warlord of the era, welcomed them. Why? Nobunaga rose to power in the 1560s. He's remembered as helping to bring to an end the Sengoku Jidai, or era of warring states, by starting to reunify Japan under his own personal control. In October 1568, he marched his troops into Japan's eternal city. And that is where he met Louis Froisch, a Jesuit missionary who became his confidant, translator between worlds, and one of our best witnesses to Nobunaga's personality. The Demon King, as Nobunaga later became known, was still far from conquering all of Japan, but he had already begun using his favourite Portuguese import, firearms. And when he and Froisch sat down together on the drawbridge of a new castle that Nobunaga was building, the two men talked for hours about Europe, Christianity, China, and India. Froisch quickly discovered that Nobunaga had no use for religion. He despises the gods, the Buddhas, and all other idols. He openly declares that there is no creator of the universe, no immortality of the soul, or life after death. Not much chance then of Nobunaga becoming a Christian, but Froisch and Nobunaga had one very important thing in common. They both hated Japan's Buddhists. Nobunaga despised the wealthy and powerful Buddhist groups who opposed him. Some were armed to the teeth. Warrior monks defending temple fortresses, Buddhist lay people doubling as guerrillas. The Jesuits accused Buddhist priests of peddling lies about paradise, while privately believing that the cosmos comes from nothing and returns to nothing. This, thought the Jesuits, was why Buddhist priests loved meditation and gardening. Meditation was a flight from sadness and guilty conscience. Gardening was a desperate attempt at creating beauty in a meaningless and finite world. Froisch and his fellow Jesuits were delighted to have found someone who could go beyond preaching against the evils of Buddhism and actually confront it with swords, pikes, and guns. This Nobunaga did in the autumn of 1571, sending tens of thousands of troops to slaughter and burn their way up Mount Hiei, home to the Tendai Buddhist sect. He used siege, starvation, and extraordinary violence against the pop-up armies of the Jodo Shinshu sect at what is now Osaka. Louis Froisch lost his great friend in the summer of 1582. One of Nobunaga's own generals turned against him, attacking him in a temple and condemning Nobunaga to a fiery death. Froisch was either fickle in his friendships or belatedly appalled at Nobunaga's extreme violence. He penned a sort of anti-eulogy for his one-time friend. There remained not a strand of hair, nor bone, nor anything but be turned to dust and ashes. His memory vanished with a thud, and he instantly descended into hell.